and welcome to Making Up the Magic. My name is Eva, and yes, this is a real channel. And right now it's very kind of Wiccan going on, card readings, ghosts. And yeah, I mean, I'm really sorry. Today I'm tired, but I wanted to do this video, and it's also hair day. So I have to wash my hair today. I'm really proud. I mean, you can say what you want, but this is a month and a half of not washing my hair. I swear. I've been using Indian soap nut products, and I've managed to stop my over oily scalp. So there you go. I'm showing off my 1 month and a half unwashed hair. Obviously, today I do not care anymore. I don't have, well, I have a touch of concealer. I did my brows, and this is as much as you're gonna get. And I think that's the vibe for July. And I'm really sorry for the video because I look like I'm visibly in pain. And I am. And I guess I should take my own advice and do some poker facing. Sometimes it's good to be a poker face. But, you know, sometimes it's good to be vulnerable. And this month, you're going to have to be really picky with whom you are poker faced and with whom you are yourself. I think that's the test for July. And yeah, so let's move on to my video. Let's just say my June has been pretty intense. I don't know about you. I don't know how your June has been. I hope it's been nice. You know, seriously, I hope it's not been crazy like mine and sort of, you know, life dealing lessons after lessons and another lesson and another test. You know, I thought I was done with school, but, you know, life is the school of hard knocks, right? So don't knock my jokes. So I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what July has in store. I'm still reeling over June. So let's see what the cards have to say. And yeah, I do have Lola around here. She showed me yesterday a watch. She's been like, our time is up. You know, I can't just be, you know, floating around you all the time. She said, don't worry, I'll catch up with you very soon. But she's kind of a bit more distant today, so I'm kind of on my own. Barbara's here. Barb Stanwyck, in case you haven't been followed the plot. There's really no plot. So, dear cards, what do we have in store for our viewers for July? Anything, any comments? Okay, so I'm hearing not this deck. So I'm going to my Salvador Dali deck. And let's see, maybe this deck will yield something today. Yield a card, something, I don't know. Oh my God, I'm feeling, I'm okay. The Chariot. Okay, so basically, June continues into July. So whatever has been happening for you, good, the bad, and the ugly, uh, will continue. So the Chariot, we continue on. So anything else? Oh, this card. Five of Wands. Now, this is kind of a good and a bad and an ugly card. So it's kind of like continues as well. But this is more like the struggle, like that 3D slamming into things, arguing with people, you know, just fighting out, you know, being an individual and individualizing. So yeah, we keep continuing that. Last month, I had this, you know, because we did have that eclipse in Aries. And the message in Aries was let the mask fall and show your real face. Like, show more of the real face. Let's stop pretending we're that Instagram hottie, baddie, or whatever it is, Andrew Tate. I'm pretty sure there's not many men watching this channel, but you know what I mean. Let's stop playing characters and become ourselves. And it feels like it's sort of this progression since April of like, let's just be who we are. Let's be ourselves. And oh, I was looking down at the back of the deck. So I have here Ace of Swords, and that's decision making. That's primordial decision making. That's not what I'm going to have for breakfast today. It's more the nitty gritty of life. Like where do you go? What do you do with your time on this earth? And I've been feeling the crunch because Neptune is square my sun. So if you have anything in the late degrees of Gemini to Cancer, to early Cancer, you're really going to be feeling the existential crunch of, this Neptune. It doesn't have to be your sun. It can be any planets there. Dear, you will be feeling it. It's going to be intense, okay? And Neptune at the end of Pisces is for all of us, a big crunch, a big, what do I have left? What are my return on investments, spiritual investments? So where am I at? Where is this taking me? And I feel like July is kind of a month where we're going to be taking stock, doing the inventory. Like realistically doing the inventory and not wishfully doing it. And Neptune is going to go retrograde in the next few days or while you're watching this. So take stock, and it's fine. Don't worry. Whatever is happening is always for our greater good. Really, it is, I swear. Now I'm going to go to my trusty Russian tarot. And I'm asking for a card. No, there's 2 cards. I need cards. Dear Russian Tarot, dear ancestors. My ancestors, of course. Slavic ancestors. Traveler ancestors. What do you have for us? Anything from this? Okay, they're saying just cut the deck. I'm cutting the deck. 7 of Swords. Oh my God. Okay, so this card, just beware, okay? If there's anything that you're working on, anything that's important to you, and there are people around you who are not supportive, who are not, just don't talk about it. Sometimes in life we think if we talk about what we want, if you put it out there, if you just say it, you create it, with your words, it will happen. But it's not always true, okay? I would say more than often, it's better not to talk about what you really, really want, unless you have very trustworthy people around you who are not going to get jealous, who are not going to say, well, who do you think you are for wanting that? Okay. If you have something in your mind, a dream, something that's really important for you, be mindful of whom you tell it to, because not everyone is your friend. And, I'm in my 40s and I've had a lot of experiences in life, and not everyone is your friend. Some people are there for a season, some people are there for a reason, and some people are there for treason. And unfortunately, 7 of Swords is kind of a treason card. The moon. Oh my God, the moon. So this month is a very active lunar month. Of course, it's Cancer. Has to be. Or has to be. Doesn't have to be, but Cancer is all about icky, sticky emotions. It's the first emotional sign, right? Real emotional sign. I mean, Aries is very emotional, but Cancer is about the first feelings, those first feelings, primordial feelings. You know, when something's happening and you're not sure what's happening, but your feelings are telling you something weird is going on. You better pay attention. And we've all ignored it. We've all gone, oh no, I'm very irrational. I'm very emotional. I shouldn't be listening to my feelings. Honey, listen to your feelings because your feelings are real. They're real for you. They might not be real for everyone. You know, for that person trying to get the best of you, they don't want you to realize that what they're trying to do. And also the moon is about desires and hidden hidden things in our own subconscious and other people's subconscious. And I feel with these two full moons, things are going to be coming up to the surface. And, you know, things are going to be not just treason, but turning around. Someone said something, promised you something, and then they're going to turn around and say, you know what, finally, no. Or, you know, you're going to make a plan or something and it's going to fall through. So beware, you know, have plan B, plan C, plan D. That's what I'm hearing. July, things are going to fall through. So make sure you have options. Don't have just one option. And you know, play poker. I'm hearing play poker. I'm holding these cards, but you should be holding them like this. Like your hand, you shouldn't be telling everyone everything this month. I feel it's not a month for revelations. And trust me, you know, having some Eastern European roots, genes, sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut, you know, don't. Oh, 10 of clubs. So, you know, we're at the end of something, you know, it's either going to give or it's going to fall apart in a pile of sticks on the floor. And you're just going to, you know, use it to set fire and kindle something, or it's going to stack up. So either it's going to stack up or it's going to fall apart. Okay, hun? I know, I'm disappointed too. I mean, I thought life was about hashtag winning all the time. I guess not. Yeah, I'm hearing, yesterday I had this wonderful talk with a dear friend that I hadn't seen in 2 years. I'm really feeling like narcissism and narcissistic behavior this month is going to really come up. Whether it's yours, because we all have narcissistic wounding. Don't think you need to be a full-blown narcissist to have narcissistic behavior. And, you know, I've been looking this up because I don't think there's as many real narcissists as we think in the world. But we are very wounded people. And within the society that we live in, I feel narcissistic behavior has become very prevalent because we're very individualistic and we don't care anymore for other people. We just want to get what we want in life. And I mean, I'm a goody two shoes most of the time, but there are some things that maybe I'd sell my firstborn for. And we all have things that we would sell our firstborn. If you say, you know, I'm pure, I'm good, there's no evil in me, well, hun, you are opening up a door, a portal, just by saying, no, I'm pure. You are attracting the opposite of that by stating you're pure. The trick in life is to always keep an eye out on that rabid dog that you have inside. Those wounds that you haven't yet healed, you have to keep an eye on those because that's where our darkness, our dark energy lies. And there's nothing wrong with having dark energy. I'm pulling up the moon card. There's nothing wrong with having dark energy. We all have dark energy. The universe has dark matter. As without, so within. So work with it. Get to know, I think it was in April, I said, get to know that ugly part of you. And if you haven't done that yet, if you haven't gotten in touch with whatever it is that's unhealed, that's not getting love, that's not getting acknowledged, you have to be the first one to acknowledge that wound, that child wound, because it all started there. Let's be honest, we all got effed up when we were kids, one way or another. Could be maybe you never got any physical violence or any sexual violence done to you, but there was violence, and that violence leaves a scar, and we have to heal it. And it can't be in July. I mean, it could be the rest of your life. But the moment you acknowledge that you've got a wound, you can work with it, and you can slowly heal and close the wound. Oh, Six of Clubs. As I'm talking about all of this, I think in July there's a good chance of healing any sort of wounds. Maybe not all of your wounds, because, take some seats. That's a lifetime work, healing all of your wounds, if you're lucky. But there's possible that whatever was brought up by this eclipse and that you've been working on, it's possible you might get to a point where it doesn't hurt as much. I'm hearing it might not close up, but it might not hurt as much. You might be close to it. And I've been crying, through the month of June. At work, tears on the verge of tears, on the collapse of tears, like so emotional. And, it's that wound, and sometimes if it's a people wound, you'll be out there in the world and, your stigmata is going to be bleeding, and you got to take care of it. Go into the bathroom, have a breather, and just tell yourself it's fine. And if someone notices, tell them it's fine. I've noticed a few friends around me, people that also have been feeling on the down low. And it's okay. Whatever it is, whatever you're disappointed about, whatever fantasy is crashing to the ground, just stay with it and love it and support it. I think this moon card is really important. And that, don't be a traitor also to yourself. Like, the Seven of Swords is treachery, but we can be our own worst, treacherous, lecherous enemies. And that's how we let other people in who are frenemies, who are not supporters, because we are haters of ourselves on some deep level. And the wound, if you don't acknowledge it, that's where the haters come through. If you don't watch that wound, that crack, that's where people come through. If you're not working on healing it, you'll have people who are there to mash on it, just like you are. But if you're working on that wound to heal it, then you'll be attracting people who will help you heal it, and vice versa. You can only attract to you what is like you. So be really, really careful this month. I'm feeling, be careful, how deep down you go and how much you bash on yourself, because you're going to be attracting that if you don't work on it and you don't heal it. There you go. That's it. They're saying congratulations, Eva, you did it on your own. Thank you. Thank you. So I think that's also for you. Wait a minute. You can do it on your own, but you can let other people in. Okay, that's the moon. Between two towers, boundaries. Keep the boundaries working, but you can do it. The Victory card. You can do it. Just work on those emotions, get through them, and here I am back again. Wow, another video where I have to refilm the outro and the intro. Well, for the outro, I'm just going to say I'm sorry for my overly emotional self. Again, don't do as I do, do as I say. Don't worry, I'm going to practice being less emotional. I just had a bunch of emotions that needed to come up. And that's fine. I feel this is a space that is relatively safe. And I hope you have your own spaces where you can, just talk about your own pain. And if you don't, well, you can always write something down below, offer it up to the universe. I think that's the best thing to do when you're going through something difficult. Find a way of offering it up to the universe, really, honestly. And if you can't talk about it to someone, if it's really personal and you're really afraid someone will betray you, as I mentioned, just write it. Writing is such an amazing thing. Writing is so healing. And if you can just write it, and it will really help you. And if you didn't know, that's how it's one of the ways of helping with traumatic stress disorder, post traumatic stress disorder, is to actually write whatever is happening to you. That way you can make sense of it. And the moment you make sense of something, then it doesn't feel like it's happening to you, but you are an observer. And every time you are an observer, then you are healing yourself. And as Ram Dass would say, you detach from whatever is happening. And if you don't know Ram Dass, got a video channeling him, and there's amazing videos here online, and he's not at all preachy. He's not at all, he knows exactly the game he's playing. I love that. If you don't like Ram Dass, honestly, Alan Watts, the original Buddhist comedian or philosopher comedian. There's so much resources on here to grow up and be the new you.